Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Jay Cruz and welcome back to another video. This is me reacting to your pedalboards. Let's get it. In case you're new around here, this is a series that I started at some point last year without the intention of turning it into a series. I just wanted to make an episode here where I react to your pedalboards, but it's quickly turned into one of my most favorite things to film because it features you. That reminds me, if you would like to submit your pedalboard, you can still feel free to do so by submitting them to this email address that shows on the screen. You can also go to my website and submit that way at jcruzproject.org, or you could even find me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Vero, TikTok. You could direct message me your pedalboard through those apps as well, and I'll be sure to add them to the submissions. All right, without further ado, let's get started. This first submission was sent to me via email by Andy Lopez. A relatively large pedal board, if you ask me, with some really amazing pedals on here. Starting off with the Polytune Mini Nord 3, the Bloom compressor, but then you start going into some amazing overdrives here. The Protein, the Analog King of Tone. Those two on the same pedal board should be illegal. Then you even have some analog Prince of Tones, a pair of those on the same pedal board. I think it's a little bit overkill, but of course it's amazing. You're controlling all of that with the Boss ES5. You of course have the Strymon Trinity, the Big Sky, the Timeline, and the Mobius. You're going into a Ruby. You even have an interfacer. It's an amazing pedal board. I just cannot see how you can get one bad tone from this thing. Very jealous of your pedal board. Thank you so much for submitting that, Andy. This next submission was also via email by Richard de Combe. I think I'm saying your last name right. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. You sent me a stack pedal board with some goodies on here that we don't always get to see on every single pedal board. So let's jump right into it. You have a Boss SY200. That's a synthesizer. I'm very curious to hear what that thing sounds like. A Decimator by ISP. You have an Eventide H9. You too have the Mobius and Timeline. You have a pair of Boss pedals, which I'm assuming one of them is to control some sort of MIDI functionality. The Whammy, the Ditto, two Dittos. Whoa, so you're doing a lot of looping. And then, of course, you two are also controlling everything with that Boss ES8, not the ES5. And I love the font, the stickers that you put on there to give you all of the names of the pedals that you're using. Very, very unique. In that middle row, you also have some really cool goodies. The Philosopher, the Polytune, the Maxon Overdrive, and the 10-band EQ by MXR. One thing I will say is that you don't have too many overdrives or distortions on here, so I'm very curious to know what kind of music you use this pedal board for. Let us know in the comment section below. Next submission was also sent to me via email, and this one came from Ronnie Shirley. And Ronnie sent me a stack pedal board with some really cool pedals on here, and I'm very excited about this one. Let's start with the Ernie Ball volume pedal with the tuner in it. I've always wanted one of those. I just can't see myself going back to a full-size volume pedal. You got the Cali 76, one of my favorite compressors on there, the Del Mar, the Kilt by JHS, the Vertex Boost. You have a Pitchfork. I got one of those. You've got the M1 by Walrus Audio, the Juliana. It's a great pedal. You two have the Big Sky and Timeline, of course, and you're running everything into an ACS1. A fantastic pedal board. Very cool. And I know for a fact that everything you play through this thing must sound super sweet. You're killing it, man. Thank you so much for your submission, Ronnie. This next submission comes from a new subscriber here on the channel by the name of Jonathan Bradford. He sent me his submission via direct message on Instagram, and it is a stacked, beautiful pedal board here. He's got a Line 6 Relay G70. That's a wireless unit. You have the Sonic Research Mini Tuner. You have a mystery pedal on here. I can't tell what it is. I've never seen it before, so you have to explain to us what it is in the comment section, but it looks awesome. Is that sword lighting up, or is it just the way it's painted that makes it look that way? You have to let us know. That's a very unique looking pedal. You for sure have to get back to us on that one. You have the Big Sky, the Vertex Boost, an Audition, which is great for being able to wire in pedals without actually taking your pedal board apart. That's really cool. You have another mystery pedal here, and I'm sure that it sounds great. It looks like some sort of 2-in-1, maybe an overdrive that says Not So Old Yeller. I love seeing these kind of unique, almost boutique style builds on here on these pedal boards. And anytime I get a chance to learn about another product, I'm all in, right? You have that beautiful topper on your volume pedal. Here's a unique pedal that I haven't seen on very many pedal boards, but I love that this collaboration happened. That was between JHS and Boss Effects with the Angry Driver, essentially combining a drive pedal and the Angry Charlie, and it looks so cool. I haven't had a chance to try one myself, so give me your impressions on it. I think you can't lose with these two companies merging and making such an amazing product. So that's a really cool pedal to see on this pedal board. You have the HX Stomp XL, you have the Carbon Copy Deluxe, and then you're controlling everything with that mini gig rig. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for your submission, and thank you for subscribing. This last submission I left for last because aesthetically, this is probably one of the most nicest submissions ever submitted here on the channel. It comes via Instagram from Ricardo. Ricardo sent this photograph, and just look at it. Would you just look at it? It's amazing, dude. And don't think for a split second that I am missing that pedal that's on your shelf there, the DeLorean. Whatever that is, you win, okay? You win the pedal boards, all of them. This is amazing. So we're going to need your help identifying some of these mystery pedals that you have on here. But let's jump right into it. Let's see what I can kind of gather from here. Obviously, I see a Polytune. I see a couple of electro-harmonic pedals on here. We have a Homer Simpson pedal on there, which is very, very cool. I think you told me in your message that that was an 808 clone. You have the Kilt. You have this other very pink pedal next to the Kilt that I think you told me was called the 1991, based on a Pearl Jam style distortion. I think I see a blackout metal zone on there. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're gonna have to elaborate on that thing. Of course, you have a Golden, a Timeline, a Freeze, a Ditto, and just like a bunch of really cool stuff. You have the whammy bar just off of the pedal board. I see you have what I think is the Switchblade just next to on the left side of the pedal board that essentially would allow you to possibly switch from one system to another. Maybe you're switching amps. See, you got a couple of those on the shelf there. Either way, just a beautiful setup, a really beautiful pedal board. I love the uniqueness of it all, the custom pedals that you have on there, but you're definitely going to have to let us know in the comments section what some of those pedals are and what you think of them and where we can get them, because they look amazing. All right, guys, that wraps up this episode of me reacting to your pedal boards, but you know that we do not end an episode without checking in on the only guitar player who has made it onto every single episode that I featured in this series, and that is the great and mighty Aaron Sanchez. Aaron Sanchez doesn't disappoint, because even when his pedal board somewhat looks the same, he changes something. Just a couple of days ago, as of the recording of this video, not only did he change up his pedal board, he literally sold one light speed just to get a different color light speed. All right, Aaron, let's see what we got here. It looks like on the very top of your pedal board, you have the tone press. You two have the VP Junior with the tuner on it in beautiful red. I love it. As I said, the Gert amps light speed, but you got like this kind of cool black with the red knobs version. You didn't want to keep the white one. That's cool. You have the Timeline, a blacked out Big Sky, and a blacked out Mobius. You're sending tap information with the Disaster Effects MIDI clock, which is really, really cool. You have the Kilt and that red protein. I've heard Aaron Sanchez play on some of his Instagram posts, and he sounds killer every single time. So definitely getting amazing tones out of this thing. I love how compact it is, but yet super powerful. So congratulations, Aaron, again. You know how to put a pedal board together, and we just love it. I want to thank everyone who submitted. I also want to thank you all for watching. If you would like to submit your pedal board, please email me at jcruzproject@gmail.com. You can also send me your submission via my website at jcruzproject.org, or a direct message via Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever you got, I'm probably on it. If you haven't done so, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you get alerts every single time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next week.